Crystal, I make sustainable jewelry, and welcome back to the vlog. Right now I'm just doing some last minute market prepping for my market tomorrow, which is the DIY Fest hosted by Craft Lake City. It's in Salt Lake. So I did a market last week, so I still have some leftover stuff. So these are just some leftover bracelet sets. I have leftover thin bracelets. I have a lot of these, so I don't need to make any more for a while. And then I have some thick bracelets. I did sell a lot of the thick bracelets and then some bracelet sets, so I should make some more thick bracelets because it looks full, but I have to like spread them out so it looks fuller. And then since that last market was about a week ago, I was able to work on some bracelets. I didn't have a lot of time because I had work and I was just also organizing, just doing my own thing. So I was able to make 3 blue arrowhead bracelets and then 1 thin blue arrowhead bracelet. And I think I can finish up. I'm working on another mini arrowhead. So I'll try to finish up the blue bracelet sets so I can at least have some for tomorrow, because my bracelet sets, I don't have a lot of variety. I have a lot of fire bracelet sets and a lot of cactus, so I don't need to make those for a long time. But I only have, this is not a bracelet I sell, it's just a random one I found, but kind of like a pink one. I do have a couple, like I think this is the only, anyway. I have 2 pink bracelet sets. I have 1 spring and then just some random ones. So and I'm making the blue ones, and then tomorrow, because the drive there is about an hour and a half, so I will prep some bracelet string, like bracelet set string. I'll just pre-cut it and I can work on it during the event. I have to leave 7 in the morning tomorrow because it's a hour and a half drive. It's kind of long. So I think I can work on some bracelets then. And then I'll also be able to work on bracelets at the actual event. So we have to be there by 9, and then we get set up and just relax a little. The actual kid row starts from 12 to 4, 5 o'clock. So during those like 4 to 5 hours, I can work on bracelets, and way before too. So I think I can finish up this bracelet and maybe another one tonight. And then the thin bracelets, I don't have it, but it's like the thin bracelets with my bracelet sets. I think I can work on that the drive too, and then package these up at the actual market. I'll bring some extra cardstock. I also cut a lot of these out because just my bracelet set cardstock. So I'll bring some of these. I'll bring some washi tape, a glue stick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then since my last market, I had these little signs with the prices. I don't have them right here, but they're somewhere over there. But it had my prices, but they're kind of small, so if I have a basket, you don't really see the entire sign. You only see about half. So I made these. I just got the supplies from Dollar Tree. I like to get stuff from Dollar Tree, especially for markets, like for displays. It's cheap and it looks good. So I just made these. I just painted them. So they'll be perfect to put my signs on top. That's pretty much it. I also got this super cute Domo pin. Hot Topic is starting to finally carry some Domo merch. I got a t-shirt a couple weeks ago. They have the pins. They also released some new t-shirts. I probably won't get that, but I like Domo. Very cute. And then the other day, I found this at a thrift store. It used to be a candle from Bath & Body Works, and it says 2011, so it's really old. But it's perfect to hold my like bracelet scraps or trash. So I just leave this on my desk because I had a little trash can, but it wasn't really cute. But right now I'm gonna work on some of these bracelets, and I'll also cut out string for more bracelets to work on tomorrow. And then since the market, I'm gonna be there all day. It's also an outdoor kind of event, the kid row, so it's any crafter or maker or like small business owner under 18 will all be under this shaded tent area. Yeah, and there's only 2 table options, a 3 foot by like 2.5 foot space, or a 6 foot by 2.5 foot space. I got the 6 foot table because I can't fit any of my, like all my stuff on a 3-foot table. That's too small. So I will have to pack a bag for tomorrow. I already bought my stuff for like my lunch. But yeah, hopefully this event goes well. I'll be able to film more with my phone, just because at the previous event at the Monarch, it was just a little awkward to film, especially because everyone's like adults and everyone has like super professional businesses. So if I'm just like filming, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a little awkward. I'll try to talk tomorrow, maybe like do like film and just like talk a little voiceover. That'd be good. If I can't talk and film, I'll just do a voiceover later on. But right now it's 3:15, so I think I can finish this up, and then maybe I'll finish this and then pack my bag and see what else I can work on. But I'm really thin bracelets. I have a lot. Hopefully I sell a lot of these. And then thick bracelets, I don't need to make them for a while. They're okay. But bracelet sets are my #1 priority right now. I'm also gonna do like a sale. Well, not sale, like a promotion. So it'll be buy 2 bracelet sets, get the third one for 20% off. So basically instead of 30, it's only 28. So it's a pretty good deal. Because a lot of people, when they hear 20% off, they think of a big discount. While it is somewhat of a big discount, it gets people to buy more, which is good. But yeah, the vendor fee, I forgot. I think it was like 100 or something. But this event's really big. It's a ticketed event, so me and then my mom's gonna come with me too. We're gonna have some badges. We also got some extra tickets, but I'm just gonna save those. But the event's super cool. Today, Friday, is actually the first day. It goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Kid Road's only there Saturday, so it's gonna be cool. I'm also gonna check out those other like kid crafters or creators. That's cool. But I think that's it. And then, oh yeah, and in about a month, so this event's the 9th, August 9th, so tomorrow. But my next market, my favorite market, is the yard sale, which is like it's a local art market in northern Utah with like crafters, creators, and there's also live music too. And it's a really cool event. It's all about like local and getting to know the artists and their work. So that's really different compared to like a farmer's market or something, because you really get to know the artist. Anyway, that event is in a month, so I have tons of time after this market tomorrow to prep, because my #1 priority is making bracelet sets. So after the market tomorrow, I'll be working on bracelet sets. I'll try to do 10 of each. Then my second priority is, these clips get caught on the basket, so I should take them off. But my second priority is thick bracelets, because a lot of people like thick bracelets. They're really cool. I also try to like push it, like, oh, if you like, let's say this bracelet, you'll definitely love something like this. The same color scheme, just like a little complex of a pattern, or it's bigger. I think thin bracelets, a lot of people like it just as like a casual kind of like everyday bracelet. At my last event, one girl bought a bracelet for me and then she wore it right away, which is really cool. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do ask me to help tie on this string for the bracelets. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Sometimes my hands are cold though, so I get like self-cautious about that. Caution? I don't know. But I also did get a DM from another girl, another like creator. She's going to the yard sale. We did a market, we did a yard sale last year together. Like we're not next to each other at the market. She had like a bigger booth. So at the yard sale, there are 10-foot by 10-foot tents. So like your typical kind of farmer's market setup. But they also have a 6-foot by like 3-foot setup, and we each get a tent. We have to rent it. I think the renter fee is like $15. It's not bad. Anyway, she asked me to make a custom bracelet for her. So during this like month, I have to work on that. It's a really small bracelet. It's gonna be, let's see. It's gonna have like, not this color scheme, but this pattern. So it's gonna be 4 colors in a chevron. So I have to work on that this coming month. But that's pretty much it. Not a lot of updates. I just made these. I also got a power bank, so hopefully my phone won't die, because I'm gonna film on this. I'm gonna do like Venmo transactions. I'm just gonna use my phone. And I like to listen to music at markets, like with one earbud. I don't do that a lot because it's going to be hard to listen, but I like to do it after I set up and I just want to sit down and relax. I always take it out, like I take out my earbud and like turn off my music when the market starts. But yeah. I can't wait for this market. It's going to be really cool and fun. It's going to be different too, because so I first learned about this event last year because in downtown they had like flyers and I'm like, oh, I could try to apply. And I thought I could apply like 2 weeks before because I had time. No. You have to apply for this market, like, so it's August, okay. You have to apply for it sometime in the spring, so I couldn't have done it. And I didn't know about the process, I just learned about it. So then like, oh, it's by Craft Lake City. So I followed them and I applied. They also have another market in the Union Station in Ogden, where it's like a winter market. Similar concept. I think it's over 2 days, but the vendor fee is about $200, which is a lot. But I'm gonna start working on this bracelet. After I finish this, I'll pack my bag for tomorrow. This bracelet. So now I have 3 arrowhead bracelets and then 2 mini arrowhead bracelets. That's all I'm going to do tonight because right now I'm going to pack my tote bag. It's like a little bear tote bag. Anyway, I'm just going to put some of the bracelet stuff because I still have this tray of unfinished bracelets. So I could bring some of those. I'm also gonna bring like a power bank, some tape, scissors, just like anything I might need. I also am gonna bring my lunch, but I'll pack it tomorrow morning. But that's pretty much what I'm gonna do tonight. And I'm also gonna cut out more bracelet string for bracelet sets. I think the next one I'll do is the spring bracelet set. So I just need to cut out the string tonight. And that's gonna be it. I need to move all my market stuff into my mom's car, and then I'll be able to film tomorrow at the market. So yeah, but I think tomorrow on the drive too I'll be able to finish up some bracelet sets and then pack them too. But that's it for tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be filming at the market. well, yesterday the market ended and I just came back yesterday. The market was good. I came back a little late, but so we left home at 7:30. We drove there, and then at 9 we checked in, and I found my table. And then my table, so the spaces, I got a 6-foot table. Mostly everyone else had a shared table with someone else, so there was probably about like 4 other people who had a full table because they were limited. But it was good, but I couldn't film a lot at the market because the tables were so close together and I didn't want to accidentally film like any kids or anything. So it's okay. But the market was good. This was my badge I got. Just the sponsors. And then the market started at 12. I got my table fully set up around 9. So I just had to wait for about 2 hours. And then at 11:30 we did a group photo. That was super fun. But it was really like chaotic because there's a lot of younger kids, so I don't know, it's already chaotic. And then at 12 the market started and I took notes. And I made my first sale at 12:12. That's pretty good. And I made about 43 in the first hour, so I knew the market was good and I was gonna make a lot of money. Especially this market, since it's a ticketed event. People are like buying tickets to go to the event, to shop around, to take a look at stuff. So that was pretty good. And then, yeah. A lot of people used Venmo to pay, which is nice, it's really convenient. And then some people did use cash, but when they did, it was like smaller amounts. And my best sellers were definitely my gemstone earrings, which kind of surprised me. I thought my friendship bracelet earrings would sell more, but gemstone did. I did sell a couple of the thicker friendship bracelet earrings, and then I think one thin friendship bracelet earring. I sold a ton of bracelet sets. I also sold a lot of thick bracelets, and the thin bracelets I sold the most of were the daisy chains, so it's like the ones with the flower, and then the like striped ones, like just candy stripe. I thought chevrons would sell more, but people like the simplicity of the design. But yeah, I made a lot. And the entire event, so at the end of the day, we started setting down around 4:15. I made $235, minus $100 for the vendor fee, because the table's $100. I did ask my booth neighbor how much their table was for a half table, and that was $40. So I could only do a 6-foot table for my smallest, so that's good. So I'm like profited $135, so that's really good. And then I also did art trade. There was this girl, I have it here. So there's this girl, she makes like resin, well, I think it's her and her friend. They make resin trays, earrings, just out of resin. That's pretty cool. While I wouldn't spend my own money to buy, she did offer a trade. So this I think was like around 13. It's really cool. It's like a nice, and then I'm not sure if you see, if my camera's focusing, there are like little charms in it too. I like it, it's cute. It's not something I would get, but since it was a trade, I do like art trades, because especially at markets, I will accept like trades, maybe like art, prints, stuff like that. So she got in return, I think it was like a bracelet set and a thin bracelet, which it's okay. So this is really cool. Like I said, I wouldn't go out of my way to get resin stuff, but I do want to support her. There's a lot of other kid vendors. I'm not sure if they did well. I had like 2 like booth neighbors right next to me. One girl was selling art prints and they were really cute. They were like of cows and horses. Another girl next to me, she was selling like drawings of like Utah landscapes and like monuments. It was really cool. That girl, she had stickers and art prints, and then the girl next to me with like the cows, they were just art prints. Very cool. And then I did see a lot of jewelry booths. I saw someone sell her own book. That was pretty cool. There was a couple crochet good booths, jewelry. It was like everywhere. Yeah, there was a lot of variety. I wasn't able to walk around because when the market started, my mom left for a little bit just to walk around, do her own thing, and then she came back. It was really cool. The market was fun. And then since I have the badge, after the event, I was able to walk around and do some shopping. I got this pin. So there's booths outside. There's also booths inside the buildings because there's like buildings in the space. I got this pin from a booth. It's like a drawing of a character from my not my favorite series, but just a series I watch. And I also got these earrings. I'll probably switch out the hoops to my own hoops because I don't like a super curved hoops, especially my lobes, because they always like react, but I think they're cute. I like the cards too. I also got my vertical industrial pierced. I'm not sure if you see, it's like, anyway, it didn't really hurt, but it's like really hot and like swollen, so hopefully that heals. And I did get this from the DIY Fest. I got this today in the mail. This super cute Gloomy Bear wallet. So I like it. Anyway, at the market, I made a ton of sales. I had a lot of traffic at the first hour and like a half. Then around 2 o'clock it kind of died down because I think people were getting lunch. And then around 3 to 4, there was a lot more sales. I also got a follower on Instagram. She saw I had my little Instagram QR code. She followed me. A lot of people got business cards, and then they did ask those like my booth neighbors for some business cards, and they didn't have any. So hopefully they learned like, oh, people like to have business cards and refer and stuff. So that's pretty good. I do think the DIY Fest is like totally worth it, especially the Kid Row. But I think next year will be my last year at Kid Row, just because I'm gonna be 17 by then. So I could probably do Kid Row for another maybe 1-2 years, and then once I age out, I'll do maybe the normal ones. They have like booths inside and outside. For the outside booths, you need a 10-foot by 10-foot tent. The inside, you get a 10-foot by 10-foot space. A lot of people get their tents, they just remove the top of their tents and just use that little frame as a kind of a guide. I think that's a good idea. And then Salt Lake, a lot of people bought tickets, so that's already guaranteed like people to come. And then at the door, you only have to pay, I think, about $10 just to enter and walk around. Very nice. It was very cool. And then everyone's there for handmade, like local artisan goods. That's great. And then in about a month, I have my yard sale, so I have a lot more time to prep. Like after this vlog, after I'm done talking, I'll have to stamp all of these. Because on the back, this is the back, I stamp a little recycling logo on it, just because I want to make sure people know like, oh, you can recycle these. It's part of my sustainability aspect, but I'll have to do that after this vlog. But I also do think I got a lot more sales just because, so I have a 6-foot table, the whole table. The people next to me, like everyone, they had a share table, so there's already a blue tablecloth taped onto the table. So you can only use like 2 people use like the halves of it. But I had the full table, so I put my own tablecloth on. You probably saw in that clip, like the video clip. And I put my banner on. So I think it made my space look professional. It made it look clean. So a lot of people are like, oh, I could buy stuff from here. So I don't know. I think everyone made back their vendor fee, I hope so. And it's a good event. But I think a lot of people showed interest in the full table. Especially one of my booth neighbors. She was like, oh, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much worth it. But yeah, that market was fun. I will sign up for it again. I will do it again. It's like one of my favorite markets, but my favorite one is the yard sale coming up in a month. But for the yard sale, I will make more bracelet sets, thick bracelets, and then friendship bracelet earrings. I already have some on a shelf over there, but I just have to replenish my inventory because bracelet sets were the best seller. The only difference between this one and my market last week was a deal. I just basically said if you get 2 bracelet sets, you get the third one 20% off, which not a lot of people, no one did the deal, but it like kind of said like, people hopefully made people think, oh, it's a good deal, because they see, oh, you get 3 bracelets for $10 compared to 1 bracelet for 3 or like 4. So it seems like it's a good deal. And my thick bracelets sold a lot, but I wish I had more at the market yesterday because my bin was kind of empty looking. So I don't know. But the yard sale, I'm gonna make thick bracelet sets a lot more, and then yeah, replenish my earrings. Thin bracelets, I only might make the mini arrowhead bracelets, and then the thicker chevron and candy stripe bracelets. But I think that's gonna be it. And oh, and I will also need to make some more mystery bracelet bags. I did sell like 2 of those, but a lot of people like to actually get the bracelets, and most people who bought my bracelets were either kids, I think it's like people just getting them as gifts. A lot of people did that, so that was nice and it was cool. But the yard sale, I don't know. Last year I made my money back. Like I made a little bit more than, you know, I was profitable. But I was in the back because the way it's laid out, it's like a garden. It's not a garden. You enter and then you just walk around and then you leave through the entrance. I wasn't near the back, but this time I'm gonna be near the front, so hopefully I get more sales. We'll see. And then at the yard sale I will be able to film more content. Just yesterday it was hard because I wanted to film me just like my setup, like more of it, but there were people behind because the booths are next, like back to back, so then the vendors are back to back. So it was hard for me to film without like getting anyone in the footage. So it's a good event, I just can't film there. But the yard sale will film more. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the market recap. I also do think my leaf bracelets, a lot of people said, oh, I haven't seen that pattern before, I like that. And what I like about the yard sale and then the DIY fest yesterday was a lot of people were coming there and they're interested in learning about the process, the artists, a lot of that stuff. So yeah, but that was a good market. It's a really fun experience. I will sign up for it again, but it was tiring. I was like gone the entire day. I got back late and just slept. So I was able to finish up my 3 bracelet sets on the way on the drive and at the market, and I did sell 2 of the blue bracelet sets. That's good. I'm working on my pink one somewhere, but yeah. But anyway, this will be the end of the video. See you next time. Bye.